Hello Year 3, welcome to your flipped learning video for this week. Today we'll be looking at organising and representing data. The things you need to collect are your maths book, a pencil, a rubber and a ruler. Can you collect those for me now? In your last lessons we looked at tally charts. Now we're going to move on and we're going to start to take that data and represent it in a column graph. First thing, you're going to open up your maths book to a fresh new page. You're going to put the title, Organising and Representing Data. We are going to look at some data first. And this data, we're going to look at the results and we're going to create a tally chart in our books. So the first thing I want you to do is create the tally graph. So it'll need a title, favourite ice cream flavours. It'll need the 3 subtitles, flavours, tallies and total, and the 4 different categories of our data. Pause the video and create that for me now. Now that we have created our tally chart in our books, we now need to tally up all of the results. So the white is vanilla. The one that looks like a cookie is cookie dough, the brown one is chocolate and the pink is strawberry. So let's start with chocolate. Let's count all of the chocolate results. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I need to put 8 tallies down and write a total of 8. Let's do vanilla next. Counting the results, 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting down 4 tallies and 4 as a total. Cookie dough now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So 12 tally marks and the total of 12 written down. Last one, strawberries, we have 2. So 2 tally marks and 2 total. So that was the easy part. We're now going to move on into creating a column graph. So there are a few tips on here to get us started. Here is how we draw a column graph. We start with creating and labeling your vertical axis, which tells us the number scale, how many or how much. Okay, we can start that straight away. So we need to create a vertical line. And I know my biggest number is 12, so my scale is going to go from 0 to 12. I'm going to take 0 to 12 blocks up here, so let's go. I'm going to start a little bit lower than my tally chart. So I'm going to count, that's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm going to start here and go all the way up to there. So let's get my ruler and let's rule our vertical line. So it said we needed to create and label our axis. So the first thing I would do is I'd put in our scale, our numbers. Starting with 0 at the bottom. On the lines, we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now we don't put our scale in the center as that can be a bit tricky to read. We always go on the line so it's really clear for us to see. Now we've got our scale, we've put our numbers 0 to 12, we need to give it a name. So we will call this our number of votes. Okay, this is how many people voted on their favourite ice cream flavour. Next step, it says draw and label the horizontal axis, which tells us the categories. Okay, so horizontal meaning going left to right. We need to draw a line down here where we can fill in all of our categories. So my rule is I like to have 2 boxes per category and I leave a box in between. So let's see if I can do that. I'm going to put a little line here and put a little line here. See how I've left a space? 2 spaces for my first flavour. Leave a space. Second flavour. Leave a space. Third flavour. Leave a space. Fourth flavour. What you do from here, we just draw our lines down a little bit further so we can see them like this. Now it's really clear to see where the double spaces are, and that is where we're going to put our categories. So let's write them in. First one, I've got chocolate, I've got vanilla, then cookie dough, then strawberry. Excellent. So now we've got our 2 axes. I've got my scale here and its name. I've got my categories here, but I don't have a name quite yet. We need to give it a title. So we're going to call it Flavors of Ice Cream. Let's have a look at our next step. Step 3, make sure your categories have a space in between. The columns should never touch. Look, we've already done that, and we've left a space in between. Step number 4, create a title at the top of your graph, which is simple and tells the mathematician what information they will find in the graph. Now we've been very lucky, we've already been given a title. This column graph is going to be about our favourite ice cream flavours. So at the top, make sure you don't put it near the 12. I'm going to put it the next space up. The title of our column graph is called Favourite Ice Cream Flavours. Hope you're keeping up. If not, pause the video and make sure that you have finished drawing into your book your column graph. Now our final step is to add in the data from the tally chart. Okay, that's easy. So chocolate, I have to put in 8 votes. So if I go up my scale, I see that 8 is up here. So I'm going to draw my line up here. I'm going to go across my 2 spaces and I'm going to come right back down. There's your first column. Let's do vanilla. It's 4 votes. So I've got to go up to 4. So ruling my line till I get to the 4th line. Go across 2 spaces and then coming back down. Notice here I've left my spaces so that my column graph is easy to read. Cookie dough, that goes all the way up to 12. So I need to go the full length of our scale, going across 2 spaces and coming right back down. Last, you have strawberry, and it only has 2. So I need to go up 2 votes and across and back down. Now next time, you're going to do some parts on your own, but it is going to look very similar to this. So flipping over your page, again, writing the title, Organising and Representing Data. Can you pause the video, flip over your page, and write the title. Here is our next set of data. This time, we're looking at favourite colours. And we have our votes here put in picture form. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to draw a tally chart to organise the data above. So just like we did last time, you're going to get your book, your pencil and your ruler, and you are going to draw the tally chart first. Pause the video and restart once you have completed drawing up your blank tally chart. Now it is time for us to tally up all of the votes for our favourite colours and record the data into the tallies and total sections into our tally chart. Take your time now to pause the video and count up all of the colours and record it in your tally chart. Do that for me now. Now looking at your tally chart, you should have the following results. If you've made any mistakes, just rub it out and change it so that we all have the same data. So red hands or red votes, you should have seen 4 and recorded the total. Blue had 8, pink also had 8, and green sadly only had 2. It's time for us to go through and create a column graph with our data. So the first thing I'm going to get you to do is to draw up the vertical axis and the horizontal axis and stop there. You may pause the video if you'd like, or you can watch me do this step and you can follow along. Year 3, you should have created your vertical axis, which has our number scale. Now I went up to 8 because 8 was my largest number. So 0 all the way through 8, and I've given it a heading, which is called number of votes, and I've even underlined it. On the bottom, I have drawn my horizontal axis, which told us our categories of red, blue, pink and green, and I've left a space in between each of them. Now we need to come up with a title, and it's quite obvious that it's going to be favourite colours. So can you write up the top of your column graph the title favourite colours? Now that you've done that, we need to check our list, and we are now up to step 5. Add in the data from the tally chart. Well, we can do that easily. You can pause the video if you'd like to have a go on your own. However, if you're wanting to get a bit more practice with me, you're more than welcome to watch as I go. Well done, Year 3. Your column graph should look just like mine. We should have nice, neat columns with spaces in between. We've got our title, our subtitles, scale and categories. It is now time for you to move on to your fast finisher work. At the front of the room, you will need to grab this worksheet and a glue stick and complete that on your own. Once you have finished, you may restart this video and we will go through the answers. Go and collect those materials now. Welcome back, Year 3. Now let's go through the answers of our fast finisher sheet. It says the table below lists the lengths of some of the world's sharks. Display the information as a column graph. Label each column with the name of the shark and colour the graph. Having a look at our column graph, some parts have been done for you already. I bet you already picked up that something is missing at the top, but we'll get to that one at the end. You have your scale of 0 to 12 metres. This is your length in metres of the categories, which are sharks. So this table lists some different kinds of sharks and their length in meters. Your job was to go through and to record these lengths in the given chart. You should have also coloured it in, however I've left mine blank just so you could see my answers. Great white should have been at 4 meters. That is already done for you. I made a mistake here, but we'll ignore that. The whale shark was 10 meters, and I've put the name of the shark in here. The tiger shark should have matched up at 5 meters and the name. Same with bull shark at 3, hammerhead at 4, reef shark at 2, and grey nurse at 3. Give yourself a tick if you got that right. But we are missing a title. You could choose any title, but you need to make sure that it's simple and it tells the mathematicians what they're looking for. So I'm going to call it Lengths of Sharks. If you already did that, you can give yourself a tick. Well done, Year 3. Closing your book, and I will see you next time.